Hello all. I'm at this weird angle again because I can't figure out, see if I can back up a little so I'm not all up in your grill. Cannot figure out how to get this angled at the right angle and be able to show you everything that I need to show you. So just deal with it. Just kidding. I hope everybody's doing well. Is everybody excited for the devil's dandruff that's coming? I'm not. I hate the snow. It is not my friend. Not my friend. So tonight, I'm so excited about this. First of all, thank you for joining me in Bare Bones Kitchen. I hope that you guys are as excited as I am because I literally have been so excited about this episode, and I'm not even going to lie. I think I am more nervous today than I was on my very first one. So I don't know what to tell you. This is what we're doing though. So my daughter called me last week and she said, "Mom, are you doing another episode this week?" And mind you, she does not have Facebook, so she has not seen my videos. She's not really seen any of them, but she has asked me what I've made. And so I told her, and of course she's like, "Oh, I need that sweet potato black bean chili. I need that because that's one of her favorites." And then last week she actually messaged me, was it this morning or yesterday morning? She showed me a picture of her Monte Cristo. So she's like been asking me what I'm making, and she's been making recipes too without watching my videos. So whatever works, right? But tonight, I am super excited because I got asked by my daughter, "Mom, what are you going to make next week?" And I'm like, I don't know. I have not thought about it. And she's like, "Well, Valentine's Day is on Sunday." And I'm like, "Oh, crap, I forgot." Being a single girl, I really don't care about Valentine's Day anymore. But I always get my kids something. I always have. So I thought, because in this day and age, some of us cannot afford steak and lobster for a at-home meal or even to go out and have steak and lobster. And I don't want to get your hopes up, but I'm not making steak and lobster. Instead, I'm making an easy to do chicken parmesan. And we're doing asparagus with it and pasta. So I'm super excited. Thank you for coming and visiting with me. And know that my whole purpose of being here and sharing with you all, whether you have bare essentials in your cupboard or bare knowledge in your kitchen, I am here to make that not so scary. I don't want anybody to feel intimidated in their own kitchen because that's no good. You can't create fun and delicious meals when you're scared of your kitchen. So I try to break everything down as easy as possible, and I don't use a lot of fancy words, and I don't use a lot of fancy this or fancy that, and I'm just me. That's all I can be, is just me, right? So I actually have an event coming up on February 24th, and I hope that you will all join me. It's going to be a 3-week event. So just three Wednesdays, 3-week event. And I'm going to call it my $25 event. So I'm really excited about that, and I hope that you will all join me. So alrighty, let's get to cooking some chicken parmesan. I had to cheat a little bit because, it's kind of like TV time back in the 80s and 90s where you don't have a whole hour to do this and do that, and this isn't the Food Network. We've already discussed that. So I found these, and I'm going to tell you all, Walmart is not my favorite store. I really don't try to go to Walmart, but sometimes, because by my house I have Walmart, Safeway, and QFC, typically I go to Safeway. But for whatever reason, I didn't want to fight the traffic coming out of Safeway the other day, so I went to Walmart. Their shelves were stripped. Okay, so I was like, shit, what am I gonna do? So I found this little ditty, and I thought, well, those will work. Chicken parmesan. It was like $5 or something. I think there's 5 or 6 little chicken breasts in here. I've already popped them in my oven, along with my asparagus. And so I just bought a little bag of asparagus spears. I don't know if any of you know, but I'm going to show you anyways. The cool thing about asparagus is even if you get the super, super woody asparagus, if you just grab your asparagus and bend it slightly, there's your good tender piece. Want to see it again? I saved 2 just so I could show y'all. Just barely bend it. Sometimes you got to go the other way. Maybe this one doesn't want to work. Oh, there we go. There's your tender piece. So sometimes they're going to be even, sometimes they're not. It's like the short end of the asparagus. I don't know. All right. My water has been boiling for my pasta. I put lots of salt in it. So that's the only time you're going to be able to infuse any kind of flavor in your pasta is when your water's boiling. So if you're not sure if your water is salty enough, taste it. I used to tell my high school kids that, and they would be like, that's so gross, Chef Harmony. I'm like, it's salt water. Come on. So I'm just going to dump some pasta in there. My son, my youngest son, Zane, loves noodles with butter. He doesn't eat sauce on any freaking thing unless it's orange chicken. So I'm just going to grab a handful. Whatever. I don't measure. We know this. And I'm just going to throw it in there and let it do its thing. What else was I going to do? Oh, actually, I got to open this little cupboard up real quick. So sorry, guys. I totally forgot to grab my sauce. If I can find it, because I didn't leave myself enough room. Here we go. Let me get all up in you here. Sorry. Maybe I can grab it. All right. Oh, that was a workout trying to go around this light. So I just have a jar of sauce. Whatever jar you like. I actually got this, I think, at Target because it was fairly inexpensive. I like to have jars of sauce on hand, mostly because I'm not going to spend all day making spaghetti sauce when I'm the only one that eats it. So it's easy to just have this on hand. You can get cans of spaghetti sauce. You can get jars of spaghetti sauce, whatever you want to do. So I'm just going to dump that in my pot. And I don't think I've actually ever had this one before, so I don't know what the quality of it is. And I don't like to waste, so I just put a little bitty tiny bit of water in there. I'm going to shake it all up just to get that extra. Sometimes it comes all out, sometimes it doesn't. But I don't want to water down my sauce either, so I don't put a ton of it in there. I have expanded my tongs, so now I have tons of tongs everywhere. But I like that. That's like my favorite kitchen utensil to use is my tongs. That and my ugly little green spoon that I've literally carried around for years. You don't want, also, once your water comes to a boil for your pasta, you want to turn it down a little bit. You don't want to leave it on high because then your noodles are like bouncing around against each other and it can just break them up. So you just want to make sure that you turn your water down a little bit and let it do its thing without disturbing it too much if you can help it. All right. I'm going to get our cheese ready for the top of our chicken parmesan. So again, I just bought Parmesan cheese, mozzarella cheese. You can spice it up if you want to spice it up. But I'm actually going to add some fresh basil tonight. Because, you know, it's Valentine's Day, so we got to have something kind of fancy, right? I'm going to chiffonade basil. Ooh, fancy, right? It's really just like make your basil really small, fine strips. I actually almost cut my nail once doing that. I did cut my nail once doing that. And all you can do when you do that is hear your chef go, "Knuckles on your knife, missy." That's how we rolled in the kitchen. So I just have a blend of both. You can tell the difference there. I'm just going to mix it together real quick. I probably have way too much, but it's all right. It will get eaten some way or another. And as a side note, with these like chicken patties, keep them for chicken sandwiches. That's always fun. Or do like the, I don't know, it's got country gravy mix. I'm not trying to mess around with no powdered gravy, but if you got it, you might as well use it with some mashed potatoes, whatever rocks your world. All right. So I got that. Let's do the basil. I left it in the fridge so it wouldn't get all nasty. So a little container. I usually will buy these. I don't buy them any bigger because I don't use basil a whole heck of a lot. Unless my sister's on a caprese salad kick and she wants me to make it a million times in a week. But you'll get just a few little sprigs. I just pinch the leaves off. Oh, it smells so good. Every time I cook with basil, it reminds me of this little store that I used to go into as a kid when I lived in Eastern Washington. It was called Piccolo's, and it was an Italian eatery and grocery store, and it always smells like basil. So I'm just stacking them. Just stacking the leaves on top of each other, see? And then what I'm going to do, I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm going to move this down a little bit so you can. Maybe, hopefully. Can you guys see? Let me know. Give me a thumbs up. I don't want to start without you. Thanks, Marcy. All right, so I have my little stack, and I'm just going to roll this. I can't see because I have your comments in the way. So we're just going to roll it, and some of you are going to be better at rolling this than others, okay? I don't even want to know why. It's all good, though. Okay, so now we have like a little roll. Just going to take our knife and just do small little slices. Don't roll it too tight because you don't want to break it. You just want to have nice little fancy fine, see, just like that. Fancy fine little strips. And we're going to top our chicken parmesan off with that. So I'm just going to put that in a little pile right there on my cutting board. Another important thing, don't ever scrape your stuff like this on your cutting board. Always use the back of your knife, because when you do this, it actually makes your knife dull. And nobody wants to mess with a dull knife. Yo, that shit hurts when you cut yourself. I know, I've done it. All right. Ooh, perfect. I don't know if I should set that on there. One-handed mess right here. That's what I am. One-handed mess. All right. Check our noodles real quick. My sauce is boiling. Super excited for this. Simmer, simmer, simmer. We're just bringing that sauce up to a temperature, a nice warm temperature. I'm going to bring this asparagus over because I want you guys to see it, because I love asparagus. It's like one of my favorites. And quite honestly, it's one of my 13-year-old's favorites too. He's really excited about this. So all I did with this is after I broke the little ends off of my asparagus, I put it in my pan and I drizzled it a little bit with some olive oil. And then, you know, my favorite 3 spices, my salt and my pepper and my Weber herb stuff. Roasted garlic and herb. I'm telling you, you gotta find it. If you haven't found it yet and used it, you gotta find it. It's the best. All right, I need a little drink. Shout out to my sister, by the way. She made this cute little cup for a few of us. This is the Crazy Girls group. Crazy Girls group. See if this pasta's done just yet. Well, I didn't zhuzh it enough. I can tell you that pretty much. It's all stuck together down here. It's all right. It will work itself out the more I beat it up. because you know I'm intimidating like that. Ooh, I think that's perfect, actually. Good times. All right, I'm just gonna dump this real quick. And it's kind of awesome. If you need to hold your pasta, dump your pasta into your colander, add a little bit of water, leave it on a low heat, and then put your colander over the top. Makes it easy peasy, and it will stay warm that way without making it ooky. Ooky. That's a good word. Ooky. Because it gets all soft and nasty. All right, all right. I need to move this guy here. I have made that mistake before. You grab that hot pan. Yeah, that's not fun. That doesn't feel good. So I have my little browned chicken breasts here that were already breaded. We got our sauce that's all heated up. Just going to move that over a little bit. Maybe we'll do this way. There we go. We're just going to put some of this sauce over the top. Oh, I better leave one undone because I can't have sauce on the boys. You might have a conniption fit on me. I'm going to throw my oven on broil. The only reason why we're putting this back in there is to melt the cheese. So that's why I'm doing it on broil. Because broil is going to go from the top. But you have to be really careful with broil because broil will fuck your shit up, okay? If you're not paying attention, you will burn it. You will burn it all. Been there, done that too. And you could absolutely put some dried basil in here if you don't have fresh basil. That's totally okay. Maybe your favorite Italian seasoning. I am not a huge fan of like Italian seasoning, but I love the herbs that are Italian, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to take that. I'm actually going to take this one off of here because I don't want it to get all jacked up. I'm going to pop it back in here. Just long enough for that deliciousness to melt. And while I'm waiting, I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil because I'm not doing any sauce. And I don't want my noodles to be too sticky. And per my son's request, ooh, I don't want that side. That would have been a nightmare. We're going to do a little garlic. Okay, maybe a lot of garlic. That's okay too. Got to keep the vampires away somehow. Just going to toss it. Oh, I love garlic, you guys. My grandma used to tell me, Harmony, you got to eat garlic. Why, Grandma? Because it keeps the mosquitoes away. Really, Grandma? You think? Either they like you or they don't. They only kind of like me. Only a little bit. Any questions so far, guys? I see a lot of you on. Any questions? Are you lost at what I'm doing? Did you join me too late? No? All right. All right. We're almost there. Almost there. I need more counter space. Like dream goals. Big, huge kitchen, little tiny living room. Everybody ends up in the kitchen anyways, right? You gather, you end up in the kitchen. Well, when you can gather. All right, this is looking gorgeous. Look at that. How pretty. Let's see if I can do this without burning myself. I'm going to add a little bit more here to the bottom. And if you're vegetarian, I'm sure that there's some sort of meatless option out there. Ooh, are we gonna dance? Is that what we're gonna do? All right. Let's see how awkward I can make this. And I'll just use the same damn tongs for everything. I don't care. Oh, side note. These were in the oven for about 25 minutes on, I think I had it on 375. And I did it all in one shot, as you may have noticed. And then we're going to take our awesome fresh basil and just sprinkle it over the top. Enjoy it, guys. And hey, in the spring, if you have chives in your garden, the little purple chive flowers, you can take those off of there and you can sprinkle them on your asparagus. Looks so pretty, so pretty. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. Remember, February 24th, I had to look at the date, sorry. February 24th, $25 event. Come and join me. 3 weeks long. Well, 3 Wednesdays. We're doing Wednesdays because I have prior commitments on Tuesdays. Ugh, I love you, wonderful. Have a good night, guys.